Yo, I'm Femi, and I just wanna. I'm quite bored here, so I'm gonna say, I want to show you guys five. That's 10. 5 games that I didn't expect to like. Like I bought randomly because I buy games randomly a lot when I'm just bored. I bought randomly and fell in love with, and I think are must plays for everyone. Everyone who has my taste in games anyway. So the first one I want to do is the first game that I randomly bought but really enjoyed and you should all play is No More Heroes. Oh, No More Heroes 1 and 2. You know how bad that single game made me a fan of Suda 51. That man is he's a G. Like after that I played Killer is Dead. That's the only actually other game I played, but I saw on the Lollipop Texas Chainsaw one and the guy where he's in hell with the gun. I'm like, this guy is crazy. Travis is one of the best protagonists I've ever seen in my life. I probably Travis and Guts out of Berserk are probably my two favorite protagonists that I've ever had, like in the story. The game is beautiful. It is carnage. It is like Red Steel, but badass. Red Steel without any blood, just coins. And like No More Heroes 2, but they even add blood, just like amazing. The character is beautiful. The storyline is just convoluted enough for it to like not be seriously taken, but you can still follow it around. It's more entertaining than serious, and that's what I just literally just love about it. That story just doesn't take itself seriously. It allows itself to be badass for how badass it is. It just doesn't take itself seriously. That's what I love love about it. You have to play this game. You must play it. You must play it today. I'm talking quietly because that the name's getting pissed off if I'm too loud. The second one is Castlevania Lord of Shadow. I played Castlevania Lord of Shadow 1 just before 2 came out. And I completed that game in probably about 4 days because it was so good and I wanted to make sure I completed it before number 2 came out. Number 2 was a flop by it, like probably the biggest gaming disappointment I've had of that year. Because the thing is, I played Castlevania and then I went straight to Castlevania 2 because it came out. And the difference is, I'm like, why would you try and make Castlevania game a really linear game so big? They tried to make it really big, and it ended up not being a sandbox. It just ended up being like a map, like a rat maze, with just different pathways that lead off with the illusion of bigness. Imagine like a rat's cage, except all the walls are see-through. That's basically what it is. You think you can go there, but bump invisible wall, and you have to go around this course, like it's just like obstacle course to get to the place. So Castlevania 2 was a flop, but Castlevania 1 of the best linear games I've ever played. I love the story, love the character, love the gameplay. The combat was so fluid. I probably like that combat better than I like DMC's combat. Just saying, even though I saw them, but I probably liked it much better than DMC. Just like the cancellator, everything. Game was wonderful. Number 3 is Star Ocean Last Hope, one of the longest games in the world. The cut scenes I think go on for like 20 minutes. Like the cut scenes are one full anime show, but they're beautiful. The storytelling, the character, it's so long. Yeah, I never got bored playing it because the story was just so good, and I really like the combat. It's like I used to say stuff is like my phone's going vibrating. I used to say stuff is like Final Fantasy. It is like Final Fantasy, but it's like more dynamic than Final Fantasy. And then I started to get not like trying to find games like Final Fantasy. I tried to find games like Star Ocean because I like that combat, which brought me into what's something Sonic like brought me onto other type of RPG games. I've been trying to find a game like Star Ocean forever. Like I bought Lost Odyssey for it. I bought Infinite Undiscovery just to find a game just like Star Ocean. The Star Ocean is beautiful. I love that game. Number 4 is something that everybody just likes. Spider-Man 2, the movie game. One of the best movie games in the planet. Spider-Man 2 is one of the best movie games ever. Like, it's just the web swinging was sick. There was so much to do apart from the main story, and the main story takes long as well. It was challenging, but also not too hard. It was very fair. There was so much to do in it. I just loved it. The combat was good. Literally, from that, they've yet to make a Spider-Man game as good as Spider-Man 2. That's why I probably bought the Amazing Spider-Man just so it could get back to that. And Amazing Spider-Man 2 did nearly get not nearly like it's a step in the right direction. I love the stealth of Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it's nothing compared to Spider-Man 2. That's like and the first time I bought an American copy. So my dad needed to buy a converter because of the American copy on a English GameCube. So mum needed to buy the converter, and my dad bought the converter so I could play it. And I remember I was crying when he came with the converter, then got to play it. And then the final one, is Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma. Dragon's Dogma. Oh, that is story. The story is crap, but this game plays so good. Look at my eyes. I'm talking to you. The gameplay is so good, so good. Muy buoyante that the story does not exist. You could just run about that game, just killing stuff. You get to grab on. They took on mechanics from Shadows of the Colossus. You can grab onto the enemies and hack at them with your sword like a madman. Each class perfectly crafted. The combat animations. That even that is um I can't remember what generation Xbox and PlayStation 3 is, but that's that generation. It fully has better animations, combat animations than Dragon Age Inquisition. And that says so because Dragon Age Inquisition is really good combat animation. This Dragon Dawn with combat animation for each one of the classes like this is perfect. And the thing is, it's not generic. It's kind of like they've really thought about these classes. These classes are really like, and you've got like six branching classes as well. You could get to mix and mold them, and each character, like each class, should feel really full and like robust. And like it's just such a good game. Every fight is a really good fight. Every encounter, and you feel like you're on a journey. I love that there's no walk points because I love that there's no like quick travel. That the only way you can get quick travel is to buy that stone that makes you quick travel. Because it feels like you have to prepare for every journey. It makes you feel you really have to prepare for every journey. And in the end, that's like what it is to be an adventurer. If you're an adventurer, you have to prepare for the journey, and it really feels they get that across every time you get back to the hub castle, that home base. It's like when you're in like a journey going night and you cannot see, it's like you're traveling through the night. It's like you feel like anything could happen. A griffin could fly down from the sky and tear you up. It's just like when that griffin, no spoilers, but I'm about to talk about the castle. First time we come to the castle and the griffin flies overhead. Spoil it for you anyway. Don't care. But it's wonderful, 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 wonderful. But yeah. So those are the 5 games I bought randomly or bought for me randomly that I ended up loving. I think we should all play. Probably some of those are in my top games in general, but probably haven't played them. If you haven't, play them now, especially Suda 51 games because they're just so damn entertaining. I'm Femi J. I rap.